Yesterday, someone asked, how can you invest 5 million, assuming that you have won the money in a jackpot, or someone has sent you the money from abroad, you have taken a loan, or you have just accumulated the cash, you want to invest it. What is the best way to invest 5 million? I know people who are sitting in the office will advise you to start a business, but they don't know the effort and the skills required to run a successful business. So when having 5 million, there are so many things involved if you want to retain that money. For someone who has never handled that money, it's very easy to advise it, do this and that. But if you have never handled and you're given 5 million, I'm very sure most of you, what you'll do with that 5 million is to upgrade. If you are living in low income estate, you look for a house in Nairobi, maybe Westlands, rent 70,000, or Kilelesho, Kilimani, and also go buy a car, 2 million, and then look for a very beautiful girlfriend, and then start life. After 1 year, the money is finished. Another one will go home and build a house, a very good 3-bedroom house. Others say that is dead capital, but it's debatable. Another person will take that money to a mganga so that can do something so that the money cannot be exhausted. So there are so many ways people can invest 5 million given a chance, and people have very good ideas until they get that money. So if you get 5 million shillings, there are risk investments you can take. There are some safe investments you can take, depending on your risk appetite. If you have low risk appetite, you don't want to risk at all, the best way to invest 5 million is to identify good money market fund and invest there. So I would encourage you, if you are investing that money in money market fund, don't put all that money in one fund. Split it into two. It can be 3 million, 2 million, or 2.5, 2.5. Now what you do, I'll encourage you to split it into 3 million, 2 million. 3 million, you put it in a fund with a high interest rate, let's say 16%, 18%. 2 million, put it into a fund with somehow low interest rate, around 14%, 13%. Then that 5 million will be generating around 60,000 shillings profit every month. And you are assured of that money. You can get it through M-Pesa or through the bank. But most money market funds accept or require bank transfer. So that's a safe investment. The second investment you can make, which is very safe, is to invest in treasury bonds. So during auction, you can take your bid, invest 5 million, and the interest is paid every 6 months. And you can invest up to 30 years. So every 6 months you get your interest. So the treasury bonds normally pay almost similar to money market fund. So, and it's a safe investment. You will never lose your money. So that means that every 6 months you'll be getting something like 300,000. Of course, there is 15% tax on the, not on the principal amount, on the profit you make. And even money market fund, 15% tax. So that's another safe investment. Now, there's also another safe investment. If you identify 2 circles, I know you understand Cusco collapsed, Ekeza circle collapsed, and many others. But there are other circles which are very stable. Circles which are owned, especially police circle, Stima circle, Safaricom circle. Those are circles owned by institutions which will never collapse in the foreseeable future. So you identify 2 circles. Identify, let's say, Safaricom and Kenya Police Circle. Then you put 2.5, 2.5. Don't invest in share capital because you might not transfer that money. Invest just deposits, which you can withdraw anytime. So deposits and interest rate. And you know this interest comes from what? The loans they give people and the various investments they have. You know, most circles invest also in money market fund. They have houses. They sell plots. So those investments is what brings the interest. Now, you'll be earning the interest for circles. You know, these things, you go to circles, money market, you go to treasury bonds, you'll find that the interest is almost similar. So you invest 2.5 here, 2.5. At the end of the year, each one of them will give you more than 300,000. Now, from one circle, you know, this circle has got 2.5. Another circle has got 2.5. So this 2.5, if you keep on adding some money, within 1-2 years, you'll take a loan of up to 4 times. Now, imagine if you have 2.5 times 4. But you have to join a circle where you can get guarantors. If you have 2 people who can guarantee you money, and also your deposit can guarantee you the money, then you get even 5 million. Use that 5 million, to build even bed sitters in 50 by 100 plot. 50 by 100 plot can have 6 to 8 bed sitters, even up to 10, depending on the size. Now, 50 by 100 plot, if you have, let's say, 80 bed sitters, each bed sitter, let's say 5,000, that is 40,000 shillings. So 40,000 shillings will be paying the loan. You'll be paying the loan, and within very few years, you have your bed sitters, and the other circle has got 2.5 million. Another thing you can do with 5 million shillings, if you have it, just go and do farming. There are some type of crops you can grow which will generate income, passive income. For example, if you take 3 million, for example, now you have 3 acres of plot of land in the village. Now 1 acre you grow as avocado, it can take up to 1.5 million. Another acre you grow sugarcane. Another acre you grow bananas. You know, these 3 things, if you grow them and you get, for example, bananas will get market in Nairobi and even in Mombasa, even in Kisumu. Sugarcane, people will come even to your farm. Myself, I'm growing sugarcane, a very small area. It was less than a quarter. Last year I got 120,000, just one harvest. So if you have, and you know, when you grow sugarcane, that is a crop that will feed you forever. It's like having, it's like having rental income. So you plant those 3 and wait. Within 2 years, you will start harvesting, and you'll never be broke. There's also another thing you can do with, you know, this is 3 million. You have remained with the 2 million. So this 2 million, you can put it in money market fund and also earn interest for the 2 years you are waiting for the crops to mature. You can also do dairy farming as well as keep, you know, if you have 5 million, you buy dairy cows, you buy, let's say 200 bulls, you buy, let's say 200 sheep. If you buy 200 sheep, within 2 years, there will be around 1,000. There will be around 1,000. They multiply very fast. If you buy bulls, within 2 years, they are very mature. If you bought one at 15,000, within 2 years, you sell at 80,000, 70,000. But you must have enough security and you must employ reliable people. Another safe investment you can do, apart from farming, that 5 million, identify a plot, especially in Nairobi. Go to a place like Joska, go to a place like Ruiru, buy a plot for 1.5 million. Once you buy that, go and build just bed sitters with that 3.5 million and start earning your 40,000 every month. But ensure when you do that, ensure that you do due diligence. In Nairobi, you'll buy land and end up losing everything. So real estate is the best, but make sure you are in, before you buy land. And it's even better to buy through a SACCO. That's why I told you to join a SACCO. If you join a SACCO and you buy a plot through a SACCO, it's very hard to lose that land. But if you buy from these real estate companies, it's very hard to trust them. Most of them will just disappear with your money. They have several cases. So real estate is the best way to invest your money. But the problem is when you get the money, you don't have a ready plan. If you get 5 million, you don't have a ready plan. What I'll encourage you is that if you have 5 million, the first thing you'll do, instead of rushing to invest it, just put it in money market fund. Identify 2 of them, put it there as you plan on what to do. So you put that money, gaining interest, you go and look for land, go withdraw 1.5, go and pay, wait for a few months. If there's no case, nothing, then you start developing. Don't just rush to start spending the money. Once you start spending the money, you'll never see how it is exhausted. The last option that you'll take, the last option you can take is to identify a business to start with 5 million. There's several businesses, but one of them is hardware shop. You can start a hardware shop with 5 million. That is when you want to risk. And if you have managed a business before, just start hardware shop. It will do well. Now, any business related to food is also good, as long as you manage it well. If you start a hotel business in Nairobi CBD, it will do well. But it needs a lot of skills. So identify any business. You can start electronic shop, or you start selling mobile spare parts in Nairobi, strictly CBD. So those are some of the big businesses you can start with 5 million. There are many others, but don't rush to start a business if you have never managed it before. The first thing to do is to invest the money in investments which have very low risk. Then from there, for example, if you put 5 million, no, if you have 5 million, put it in money market fund. You can just withdraw 1 million and start a small business. Run it for a while and see whether you can manage to run a business. So basically, those are some of the ideas on how to invest your 5 million shillings. I know some of you can just go and do forex trading, you lose your money. You go and start betting, you lose your money. But cryptocurrency is a bit better. You can even put 1 million there as you invest the others there. So if you have any opinion on how to invest the cash, just raise it below and others will read. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe today.